Thank you for tuning into Spirit with me over the last season. It's been a pleasure serving you. We're going on a short break, but plan to be back with a new season. And we are still scheduling calls now. So sign up to join me on air at radiomediumlauralee.com. And remember, we're always available to you at Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter too. Always love to hear from you. In the meantime, hope you enjoy one of my season's best. Laura Lee tuning into Spirit for my special guest caller, Cheryl. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from cold Ohio.
I'm with you, sister. So, Cheryl, the first impression I'm receiving is I am seeing a gentleman who appears with a female that's there with him. But I think he's the one who's predominantly wants to speak because his energy is coming towards me. I feel like there was a veteran of service in his history, like he was prior military.
Okay.
I see him in uniform, so like dress uniform, and I feel a paternal figure.
Okay.
He shows me a grown son, or he says there's a son with his name, first middle name, stands by you.
It could be my husband's father.
He says he's always buzzing in your ear, though.
Oh, goodness.
And he shows me this son was standing alongside of you at his burial. So that's how I see it.
Okay.
There's a son down the family line that has his first middle name. That's your husband, right?
My husband has his father's middle name, and his father was in the military, but I never met him.
Well, he's buzzing in your ear, and even though he hasn't met you, he's there, okay? Because he's showing me you moving and shaking it down, always talking, walking, totally hustling. He's incredibly impressed with your abilities as a businesswoman, okay? You just take the bull by the horn, and I feel like you're an owner of a business.
Yep, you're spot on there.
So this must be his influence. I mean, you're even like power walking and I see you talking on the phone. You're constantly talking.
A lot, yes.
And he says you've done such wonderful work and I feel like it's a contribution to the family and a greater whole. I feel like there's a turn towards going inward now for you. And something's thrown you off for a loop. And I feel like there's something to do with a separation and or a previous separation, if that makes sense.
It could be work related.
Well, it's got you thinking about your future and what's next for you.
Yes, that is true, for sure.
And your mortality in life and what's the next phase. Says you're even thinking of going independently. So I feel like you're in business with other people, but you are thinking about separation and going out independently.
A little bit, yeah. I've owned my own business for 24 years, so I'm pretty independent, but I have lots of partners.
You have lots of partners, right? So it's just a confirmation. But I feel like there might be something that segues off independently. And as he says this, there's a circle of other women that are around you that are very influential in what this next passage is. And he just says, pay attention to the words of wisdom. Because I think whatever you've contributed, I feel like it's almost done. Not complete. It might change roles.
Yeah, that makes lots of sense.
And you're going in this other direction that is more about yourself and what your heart's calling. Not that the other stuff wasn't, but this is going a little bit deeper for you.
Yep, agreed.
Shows me you sitting there, trying to tune out and trying to meditate.
Yeah. That is true.
One last thing. Did anybody ever reference or kid you or you yourself consider yourself Cher? Because Cher comes to mind, that song, If I Could Turn Back Time. I don't know why, but were you ever referenced as Cher?
My sister calls me Cher. She's the only one.
Okay. He just wants to give that bit just to confirm the message.
Oh, okay. Lots to think about.
Well, thank you for sharing your time with me, Cheryl.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
If you'd like to call into the show, sign up at radiomediumlauralee.com, and thank you for subscribing to our show.